Hi everyone, welcome to my Wednesday live today. This week we are talking, excuse my blue light glasses, but they're awesome and they're just making my eyes so much better today. Anyway, so this week we have been talking about connection. Okay, I started talking about things about how to connect with your child when it is really, really hard. So we all know we have those moments with our kids when we're going, they're pushing me away. I know that they need X, Y, Z and they're not listening, they're not taking it on board, or they're just being a pain in the backside, whatever that is, okay, there is something that you can use each time, nearly pretty much every single time, whether it's just from you or whether it's actually to the child, that really, really helps, okay, and that thing is empathy, okay, empathy. What is empathy? Okay, I'm sure you guys know, but it's just really, really helpful to have a little definition. So empathy is basically the ability to put yourself in their shoes and to go, this is the pressure that's going upon that person at the moment. This is what's going on for them. And I didn't take that into account. Okay, so empathy is really, really important for connection. Okay, one of the things we're taught about in coaching and that sort of stuff is about what's it called? Anyway, it's basically about doing the same thing as the person opposite you because it creates a connection between you and that person. So I was thinking about this today. Basically, my daughter went jumping up the hallway and I wanted to be with her. I wanted to create one of those micro connections that Maggie Dent talks about. Okay, and I completely love, because that's what I've been trying to work out what the word is for years. Anyway, I wanted to create one of those micro connections with my middle daughter. So what did I do? I copied what she did and got in the same thing. So she jumped up the hallway, and instead of just stumping along up the hallway after her, I jumped up the hallway too, or did big stomps or whatever in the same timing as her. And that is a micro connection because we've done something together at the same time, had a bit of a giggle about it, took about 10 seconds of my life, okay, but it's just another connection to build my child up and to build our relationship together. Okay, so empathy is really, really important. So how do we actually, why is it so important? Why is it so powerful? If you've got a child who is really, really struggling and they're having an emotional moment, or they're having just times when they just do not want to do anything, or they just can't connect to the world, having empathy and going, you know what? I know what that feels like. I've been through that before too, haven't we all? Hello. Our kids are not usually going through something that we haven't dealt with in some way, shape or form. Okay, if they're going through hard feelings, if they're going through whatever, then we have dealt with hard feelings, okay? Because we're adults, obviously, okay? So, and it may not be the same circumstance, like if your children are going through a divorce or whatever, if your partner and you're going through, and your children are going through that, you may not have been through that exact circumstance. I mean, we can't be through the exact same circumstance, but you will have had feelings of worry, of anxiety, of stress, of anger, of, grief, of all those things. We've all had experiences of those things in whatever way. And we've all got the ability to teach our child something about those things. So empathy itself is super, super powerful because you can come in and instead of saying, you need to change your behavior, you need to change what you think about this situation, you shouldn't be sad about the fact that you use blue texture instead of red, you should not be blah, 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 blah. You're coming at them head to head instead of actually going, yeah, that's sad. Yeah, that's a shame. I know. I'm sad when that happens too. For starters, completely takes away the power struggle. There is nothing to fight against apart from now the fact that it didn't work for you, or the fact that you use blue texture instead of red. You're not fighting against your parent who's trying to make you feel something that you shouldn't feel, for starters, or that you don't want to feel at that moment. Okay, so empathy brings you onto the side of the child. It brings you around as an ally or someone who is a friend, someone who is listening to their side of the story, rather than someone who is trying to make them behave or make them think the way that they think. Okay, so if you've grown up with parents that were very vocal or very opinionated, sometimes what they said could have been pushed onto you, or you felt like you had to take on their opinion or whatever. That's fine, but don't forget when you're talking to your child, sometimes they actually are going to grow to not have to take on your opinions. They don't have to. They can start to choose to have their own opinions as well in lots of things. And I'm not saying let them do whatever. I just mean that we want them to grow up to be independent people, and that you want them to feel like you are on their side, okay? And it's not just a tool. You want to be on their side because they're a kid. You want them to know that you're on their side, right? Empathy is the tool to do that. Okay, so if you are struggling with your child today, or you're struggling with something your child is doing or saying or feeling or acting or whatever, try a little empathy. Think about how you might flip that and start to go, yeah, that's annoying. And be careful that it doesn't sound like it's annoying you. That's annoying for you. I can see how that's annoying. And that can literally be your sentence. And you can just stop and go, and they're like, oh, yeah, that is annoyed. Now, I am annoyed. That's the end of the conversation. Or they might start to talk about it more. Cool, that's a bonus. Okay, if they don't want to talk about it more, that's fine. But empathy will get you everywhere with other people, but with your children, because they want to know that you're on their side. Okay, and that's my little live for today. Do you feel overwhelmed, unconfident, and like you just don't know what to do as an early years mum? Don't worry, this is the same for lots and lots of people, and I have a special invitation for you today. If you look below in the description, you will be able to see a link to my 20-minute Can I Help You call. This is a free call, free for mums who want to just find out whether or not coaching is a good idea for them, and whether or not I will be able to help you with your stuff. Okay, so if you feel overwhelmed, don't keep feeling overwhelmed. Don't keep feeling unconfident. Start doing something about it today and give yourself and your children the best gift that you possibly could, and find out, jump on there, book a call with me and find out whether or not coaching is something that could really, really help you and boost you into the parent that you want to be. Okay,